We owe it all to Andy Warhol and to Anita Bryant.
Hello, and welcome to the Tour Project. I'm Project Manager Eric Solomon. For this stop on the tour, navigate to the intersection of Ponce de Leon Avenue and Peachtree Street. This is the former site of the Franklin Simon Department Store. In their history of Ponce de Leon Avenue, titled Atlanta's Ponce de Leon Avenue, A History, Sharon Foster Jones writes, as Ponce de Leon Avenue changed from a residential area to a commercial corridor, more and more businesses began to open their doors on the avenue. Houses were torn down and replaced by office buildings. Some houses were actually changed into places of business. In 1946, Samuel M. Inman's house on the southwest corner of Ponce and Peachtree Street was demolished to make way for the Franklin Simon Department Store, which operated there for about 30 years. There is a parking lot on the corner today, writes Sharon Foster Jones. For those 30 years, Franklin Simon Department Store was instrumental in the life of Billy Jones. Billy Jones worked at Franklin Simon Department Store and was famous for his window displays. Billy Jones died in 2003 at the age of 81. Billy Jones also performed as Phyllis Keller and Shirley Temple Jones in drag, violating the city's ordinances against cross-dressing. Martin Paget writes of Phyllis Keller's performances at Club Centaur in his 2020 essay for the Oxford American. Phyllis Keller often sang in long blonde curls, Paget writes, swinging an 18-foot feather boa as a jump rope and throwing lollipops to the audience. Phyllis Keller also performed at the Joy Lounge, as is documented in a 2010 article by Wesley Chenault, Andy Ditzler, and Joey Orr for the journal Southern Spaces. Here's Dave Hayward with more about Franklin Simon Department Store and Billy Jones, a.k.a. Phyllis Keller, Shirley Temple Jones.
Oh, and then next to the Fox was the Franklin Simon Department Store, which is also long gone. And I want to talk about Billy Jones, who was the window dresser for the store. And he kind of had an interesting story in that he was married and had children, and then apparently came out as a gay man in the 60s, early 60s, and started performing as a drag queen under the name of Phyllis Keller, and totally changed his lifestyle from being married and straight and a father and to being a drag queen performer. But he was famous for doing windows at Franklin Simon that were like showstoppers, that were really arresting and dramatic and colorful, and became well known for that. And then eventually got real active in terms of performing in the bars and doing these Billy Jones reviews, and established the Phyllis Keller Awards, the bar awards for performers. And for many years, passed away several years ago, would ride in the Atlanta Pride Parade and have a open air convertible limousine and have a big banner say, Atlanta's still living legend, Billy Jones. Billy Jones.
Thank you for joining us on this stop of the Tour Project. For more information, visit tourqueeratlanta.org. That's TUOR queeratlanta.org.